second game up, and there's nothing more miserable than spending a long, hard winter in Melbourne and being associated with a losing football club. As well as having only won one game, St Kilda have faced all their off-field problems. But their supporters had rallied behind them this week, and they were determined to put on a good show at home against the Tigers. Richmond have been like a yo-yo, but 2 weeks ago, they were still a chance for making the five. Anything could happen in the mud at Moorabbin, and we take up the action just after the start. Your commentators are David Grant and former Richmond champion, coach, Tiger president, Barry Richardson.
This one, Barry Richardson, we'll see players hunting in packs because of the glue pot.
Well, it could be wetter. I thought it might have been worse out here at St Kilda, but in fact the overall condition is not too bad. We have a real fight on going here on the half-back flank area.
Yes, we picked it up too as Greg Burns gets the ball across towards David Grant, almost within scoring distance on a normal day, but it's very gluey. Good play by the Saints first up, and the mark taken across there by Paul Tomei, only 20 metres out from goal. Rioli
actually moved the ball up there pretty well, St Kilda. There was a fight going on the half-back flank, but they've moved the ball up well, and Tomei has taken as an easy shot for goal. Within
the first 60 seconds of play, with those players named on the interchange bench, Kink, Jobling, Tomei, Nixon and Odgers all taking their place in the 20, with injury playing a big part. Clark has the ball smothered, Pickering at least had the ball smothered. Kink drives the Saints forward, and the mark taken by Greg Burns, again almost within scoring distance. So strong play by Greg Burns, top centre man, 2 marks within 90 seconds of the opening. And Burns believes he can make the distance. 35, 40 metres out, directly in front. Saints kicking towards the South Road end in the first term. And distance is okay, accuracy is not. But St Kilda doing the scoring so far. They move to 7 points, Richmond yet to score.
Fairly promising start by the Saints, actually. They've moved the ball very well in the early stages. There's a short kick by Strawn going out to Geary, who's covered a lot of ground across on the opposite wing. He also goes short, but the ball goes through to the back of the pack. Bit of scramble over there. And there'll be a throw in just forward of the centre wing, St Kilda side.
Okay, Simon Clark doing the ruck work. Interesting that, Barry, with Mark Lee at centre half forward. Trevor Barker, an inspiration for the Saints, gets it across to Gary Odgers, back to Barker. To centre half forward he goes. Oh, interference there, I'd have thought. Umpire Carlin called play on. Cunningham beautifully on to Burns again. He's playing great football to Lockett. Lovely pass. Saw that Lockett had the front position over Hogg.
Cunningham to Burns was good play. Burns kicked the ball badly, in fact, but Lockett taking the front position was marked strongly in front of goal.
Unfair to Jeff Hogg there. I see he's at centre half forward. Big Strawn playing at fullback currently on Lockett. Fires for goal. Could he miss from point blank range? He could, but he doesn't. And so the Saints away to a flying start. Their second goal in the space of 3 minutes. St Kilda, 13 points within 3 minutes of play at Moorabbin. They have Gamble at fullback. They've got Danny Frawley at centre half forward. Rene Kink in the team. Drives them forward again. Saints doing all the attacking. Cleaning up behind for the Tigers is Noel Lovell, former Collingwood player, with the mark taken across there by Andrew Jobling. Jobling 70 metres out from goal. The ball up towards Lockett from behind Strawn. Beautifully off hands. Burns a star so far. Third goal for the Saints.
It was a great start by the Saints, and a further 14 minutes into the first term, they still led by 18 points.
Wow, Jones grabs the ball, pushes it forward. Oh, playing well, Barker. Danny Frawley playing the full back, playing a centre half forward, giving the Ghost a bit of a worry here.
3 marks to Frawley.
Lockett calling for the ball, but in fact it's gone. Oh, it's a great mark. It's a great mark taken by the captain, Trevor Barker. Gee, he's in great form. Around about 35 yards out from goal, straight in front. He's had 7 kicks in this first quarter, Barker. And it's looked like the Barker of old. Concentrating on the ball. And he's put that one through too.
5 single goal scorers so far for the Saints, as they lead by 4 clear goals over Richmond. Richmond really have only been on their true forward line about 3 times. They come forward now. Trevor Poole working hard there. Just beyond the 50-metre mark, there's a chance for him to score from here. He's going to land it with Mark Lee. Oh, bad judgment there. Allowed Lee in for the easiest of marks. He showed superb judgment, but the fly was just a little bit early from the St Kilda defender, and so Mark Lee only 15 metres out. Angle is slight. Tempers are willing and frayed at present. Saints will just have to watch it because they're playing the better football. Mark Lee, second goal to Richmond, and that at the 21-minute mark of this first term.
Ruck contest again. The ball put down in the centre. Clark gets a knockout. Richmond go forward. Quick kick out of the centre. Bow will take the mark. Not paid. Not far enough. Goes again to the danger man, Burns. Sidesteps nicely. It's a short pass out to Lockett. Lockett has the ball in front of him. Moves well for a big man. And very unselfishly shoots the ball forward to Jobling. Well played by Lockett. Doesn't look to be moving all that fast, but in fact did that with great skill. Jobling running down from the wing, takes an easy mark on his chest, in range of a goal that he should not miss. He'll be happy with that.
So Andrew Jobling adds his name to the goal-scoring list, and 6 goal scorers for the Saints. And in fact, Richmond's 2 have been individual scores as well. So everybody getting to the slice of the action. Burns knocks the Saints forward again. Here comes little Brad Gotch. Good defence, though, by Craig Smith. Smith back towards centre wing. Fine tussle there. Ricky Nixon and Trevor Poole. And Poole earns the wrath of Peter McConville. And St Kilda could easily have lost possession there. Nixon again to Lockett, whose confidence is sky high, and so is he. Over the pack, chance for Barker. Oh, a raffle. Grant, goal! Goal number 7.
The Saints led at all the breaks. 17 points at quarter time, 26 at half, and 43 at three-quarter time. 1 minute into the final term, they still led by 42 points.
Been a good player. Frawley in front. Terry Smith for Richmond, looking for someone to kick it to. Out towards Geary, who doesn't let him down. Rioli slips in the centre. Geary again. Tough work by St Kilda. Waitman's sleight of hand, but unsuccessful. St Kilda go forward again, but Lovell chops this one off. Left-hand handball goes to Craig Smith. Richmond fooling around. Ball goes to Frawley, to Burns. And he's put it through. That's a very important goal for the Saints.
8-goal break to St Kilda now, and that could just about nail the coffin for Richmond. Strong play too there, Barry, by Rene Kink, resulting in the last goal for the Saints. He really paddled the ball out strongly to Greg Burns. Gary Odgers gets it on to McConville. McConville goes long and wide. John Collins. Collins at centre wing in front of this rather feverish grandstand now. The Saints supporters will bring it down if their team can come home. Frawley. Now this has been one of the top moves of the day by Coach Gellie, putting Frawley at centre half forward away from his normal spot at full back. He's taken 4 strong marks there, looking for full forward Lockett. The ball's high. Lockett, a run at it. Bad play. Strawn in your 150th game. He just allowed Tony Lockett an easy 5-metre run at the ball in the last analysis, and he too is marked in the main very strongly, but didn't have to do much for that one. However, Tony Lockett, 3 goals. He's marked 6 times today and lining up for goal number 4. Well, goal umpire does not have to move. Such was the accuracy of Tony Lockett with his 7th kick.
We'll see the ball back in the centre again. Wow, Jones been tireless. Pickering. Bauer. Left-hand hand pass. Anea running. Fumbles. Does well. Back to Pickering. To Bauer again. The ball comes back after Waithman looked as though he was running into goal.
Yes, Bauer penalised there for really what was a basketball pass. He really grabbed it in the palm of the hand, according to umpire Brendan Carland, and threw it away. Jobling, he's been a grand player on half-back. Rene King, what a beauty. Mark number 6 for him, and the big bulky fellow has really turned it on today. David Grant, within scoring distance. Grand football, St Kilda, goal! Second goal to Grant, 10th kick, and aren't the Saints elated? 10 goals the break. Well done, Rene King. Well done, Jobling from half-back.
Well, the Saints really came marching in. Their second win of the season, and what a way to go. A massive 75-point victory against the very sorry Tigers. Major goal scorers for St Kilda, 4 to Burns, 4 to Lockett, and for the Tigers, 3 to Manton and 2 to Lee. We had a couple of reports there. Jeff Cunningham reported twice for striking, Trevor Poole for Richmond twice for striking also, and Brendan Bauer for the Tigers, misconduct charge. Well, St Kilda coach Coach Gellie featured prominently on the winners 7 or 8 weeks back. Can you remember that? He told us how the Saints weren't going to lose 11 games straight, and when they lost the 11th against Geelong the next week, well, he was back again with another tale of woe. With our cameras back at a St Kilda game, and with the Saints having a huge win, it was only fair that we showed you the other side of Coach Gellie, a winning coach. It's been a big week at Moorabbin, a huge family day last Sunday, with 6,000 Saints saying they'll back the team till the end, and the subsequent decision to go public. When David Grant suggested to the coach that the win had capped off one of the most important weeks in the club's history, Coach Gellie had to agree.
Now, a very, very important week, which I think was started last Sunday with young guys like these young kids in St Kilda Guernseys, and I think that brought the players back to realise what this club and what they are as a team, what they're all about. And I think all week, you know, they spoke about it and they knew what ability we had, and we worked on the area that we are good enough to win. And I think full credit to the players because they really committed themselves to that today.
Well, were you able to use the week as a real lever for the players, knowing that if they lost and lost badly today, that all that work would have been undone?
I really felt that after last Sunday, what the players saw and what they were involved in, if they couldn't respond to that, and I think if they can't respond to the coming weeks, well, then there was something against their character. And I think that showed that we had 20, not 20, but probably 40 very strong contributing players today. That's reserves and seniors.
Some credit, though, to you and the selectors for some magnificent moves at the selection table, with Greg Burns playing a marvellous game in the forward pocket and Danny Frawley coming away from defence to centre-half forward.
Well, of course, if the players are very determined and if they wish to knock down brick walls, I think those moves always work out. And it was really the players, they knew it was going to be their day today, and they had a lot to prove. They had a lot to prove to each other as teammates that they can play, and I think that showed in the way we even fought out the game. That was very important. There was no good at three-quarter time saying, well, we've won it. They showed with their attitude and their determination that they could follow the game up and finish it strongly.
Well, the face doesn't change too much, but there's plenty of emotion there. Well done, Coach Gellie, and well done, St Kilda, and let's hope the Saints can keep on rolling. Whilst many of the teams behind them seem to have fumbled and stumbled their way through this year,